What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to cut and polish this this roof and see how it goes. So I'm only going to do this bit to start with. I just want to see what's going to work, what's not. I've got the DA which I haven't used before, so it's a learning curve as well. But basically what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to mask off a section of the roof here, and we're just going to cut and polish and do what we've got to do and see how it works out. So the roof is cleaned, and I have got a clay bar. So I'm going to clay bar this first, give it a good clean down, and then we're going to cut and polish this thing with the DA and see how we get on. I don't have any crazy cutting compounds, just the stuff you get off the shelf at your regular store. So see how we go. Alright, so I've got my detailer and my clay, so let's give this a quick clay job and then get on to the DA. So basically all I'm doing here is rubbing the clay on until it's really slippery. Like this here is really slippery at the moment. Over here it's still rough and you can feel the clay stick. So just keep doing this until we get the whole roof done. So that wasn't actually too bad. Normally this here would be absolutely covered in filth, but it did pretty good. So it's not that dirty on the roof, but I have given it a good clean, so there we go. Right, so we've got the DA all ready to go. Just bought this thing. It's probably like a Harbor Freight type of thing over in America, but I've never used this before, so I'm going to start on the minimum setting and see how it goes. Right, so here's the progress so far, and as you can see, we are doing pretty good. It's kind of hard to see in the light in here, but this is the hazy piece, and then bam, we are so much better. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this tape off now so we can get a better idea of how much work we've done. This is still not perfect, still need to go over this a few more times. There's some weird patchy stuff here, there's still a little bit of hazing here, but it's coming out quite nice, and I didn't realize, and you probably can't see it in the camera, but there's actually a blue pearl in this paint which looks pretty nice. Right, let's peel this tape off. Let's see what's going on under this. Are we ready for the reveal? Let's just make sure we're focused properly. There we go. That is the difference. Just get this crap out of the way here. So far, that's the difference. Super cloudy, hazy, crusty, to nice clean. Still swirl marks in there, but as you can see, miles better. Still lots of work to do though. So I'm going to crack on, keep doing this and the rest of the roof, and we'll have a look at it when we're done. And so just look at that for reference, and we'll see how we go in a minute. Alright, so it's a few days later. I've spent quite a bit of time trying to improve this roof, and it's better than it was. I've still got a little bit to go, but anyway, let's have a look. So yeah, there is still a little bit of cloudiness to this roof, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. So I do have a friend that's a painter, so I might actually just mask the top of the roof off, take the mouldings off, and get him just to paint the roof. The rest of the car is pretty good. It's just the roof that's bad. So perhaps that's the way to go about it. So besides that, I thought I might start cut and polishing this hood so that we can put the badge on, because I have an OEM badge. But before we get to that, as you can see on the bumper here, there is no holes on there. So, sorry, the camera is struggling with autofocus. Basically, just here, there's supposed to be 2 holes for the badge to sit into the hood. They've obviously shaved those, which I don't mind that look, but I think I'd prefer to have the badge on there, which I have over here. So in this container here, we have a few OEM Honda parts, one of them being an OEM badge. So here we have an OEM badge to put on the front of the ITR, which is going to go about here somewhere. I like the look. I prefer that look than the shaved look, I think. So what I'm going to have to do on the back of this is a couple of nubs that I'm going to have to trim down so they're flush, and then I'll just double-sided tape that on. Obviously I'm going to have to look at some photos of Integras and measure out and try and get this perfectly centered on the hood. But before we get to that, I want to give this whole hood a good cut and polish so that when I put the badge on, it's all nice underneath the badge. So I'm going to chuck you on time lapse now, and let's get into sorting this bonnet out. Right, so the next thing we are going to get stuck into is the tail lights. I have one tail light here. This is the left one, and it's in pretty average condition, so I'm going to get some plastic polish and see if we can tidy this one up a bit. And then I actually have a brand new Integra Type R tail light still in the box. So in this very, very old box here, we actually have a brand new in-box Integra Type R tail light, still in its packaging. So that one there will go in the car as well. But obviously we need to cut and polish the other one to try and make it look as good as this one. Otherwise it's just going to look a bit strange with one mint one and one rusty one. So the main difference between the JDM tail lights and the AUDM tail lights is this piece of the lens here. It's a little bit dark in here, but basically this piece of the lens clear. Might be easier to see on this side. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this piece here is clear, and on the Japanese ones it's orange, which I prefer. It just doesn't, I don't know, I think it looks, I'm not sure why it looks better, but it just looks better. So let's clean this, let's pull these off, and then let's see how good they look once we're all done. So that's it for today's video. So we've cut and polished the bonnet, put the new badge on, and we've put those tail lights on the back, and the car's looking a lot nicer. It's all personal preference, and obviously that's my preference. It might not be yours, but that's what makes us all individual at the end of the day. So plans for the next video, I've just ordered about 250 OEM parts for this car. So once those arrive, we will be getting stuck in and giving this thing a good clean up. Some of the parts that I've ordered is like a new rocker cover, a new intake arm, heaps of seals, heaps of just OEM bolts and nuts and screws and clips, all those things that get lost over time and damaged. There's a couple of other bigger items in there as well. And the only other thing is I found a brand new OEM front headlight. It is $1,200, but they are discontinued, so I don't know if I pull the trigger or not. I don't know. You let me know. I don't know. But thank you for watching, and you'll see me in the next video because I can't actually see you.